All right, so here goes. I guess it's pretty much an update video because I haven't did this in a minute. Okay, but a little inconsistent with the journaling, but promise not inconsistent as far as like awareness. Um, but yeah, this is insane. I marked out this level. This is insane. Okay, but whatever. So update. Let's just go over. We'll just go over this week, and we're done for the week. I locked my account for tomorrow. We have Federal Chairman Powell speaking at 7, President Trump speaking at 9, and then this Jackson Hole Symposium thing all day. So, and it's a Friday. Like, I have no interest in trading that bullshit. What the fuck? Like, one, Federal Powell speaking at 7 a.m. Trading anytime around that is crazy. Okay. Second, President Trump is speaking at 9, 2 hours following 7 a.m. open. What? 3, Jackson Hole Symposium. That shit was today, and it was only orange folder, and tomorrow's red folder. And I feel like that fucked my whole. I feel like it fucked my whole setup. But yeah. But yeah. So let's go over. Tuesday, Monday. Monday, no trade. I was like, I'm really locking in, like for sure. I'm really locking in, really honing in on not trading when you don't need to be trading. And I still messed up even today, but I I'm gonna point the finger at the news thing, the Jackson Hole Symposium. I wasn't aware that that would mess up the PA. I thought it was just PMI that came out at 6:45, and I thought we were good. But I guess a lot of people have experience with Jackson Hole Symposium being how do you say how do you say Jackson Hole Symposium being like it messes up AM session. But yeah, so then Tuesday, I mean, bro, just look at it. The entry is like, you obviously know where we entered, okay? No, right. 7 a.m. Boom. Close below. Yeah, I think that was the entry. Short. No. Oh, yeah. So we did this. I remember. So on this candles, here, let's do this. This one we entered on the tap in because bias was so strong too. What did I read? I read dude, what the heck, bro? I'm all over the place right now. Tuesday, 15. We entered on the tap in. So I was reading continuation. Like, oh, this was actually saucy. I think I was kind of saucy on this day. Not gonna lie. Let's watch. Okay, high, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Right. So yeah, downtrend. Right. This downtrend started before Asia. And yeah, whatever. So it started up here, boom, boom. Yeah, it's continuation for sure. So like downtrend, and then what do we see? Let's take the OTE of from here to here. What do we get? We get an uptrend during London into OTE of here, respecting. Oh, bro, and if you just look at this hourly wick, beautiful. And if you just look at this hourly wick, it was quite beautiful. And if you want to be precise with it, there's this 5-minute gap right here. But like I feel like when you just look at the hourly, it confirms more. And seeing this, you don't see a big rejection, right? Like let's be honest, do you see a big rejection here? No, you just see uptrend, downtrend, not really big rejection, just uptrend, doji, downtrend, right? But let's look on the hourly. Look at that rejection block. Rejection block here. Huge indication that it's like a reversal. So I was reading bearish continuation. And then so my bias is super strong, just 15 this 15-minute fair value gap, and then but sadly we did have to go 3 cons just because the stop was pretty wide. Maybe if I was like, oh, stronger bias, I'm just gonna go 5 cons, you know. And yeah, but so we took at the first drawn liquidity was right here, or my ideal drawn liquidity was right here, but because you had this stack, I don't know, I really should have held. I close it around like just like around right here, just because when I'm looking at my account it says 52k, and I'm like, dude, let me just lock in this 52k, reset my account, you know, whatever. And you know, I could secure it right there, but definitely not something we want to get used to, for sure. Definitely not something we want to get used to. I also did call out this level. I could pull up the receipts, it's in chat. But let's look at if we're looking at this on hourly, I don't know if it's this, give this whole leg, and we're just looking. No, it's not even this leg, it's this leg. Yep, it was this leg. So when you're in this position, you're like, okay, we're in shorts for sure. This is the first round liquidity that we're like, for sure price can come down and push down to. But like if you wanna be overachievers, and you know, let's see where we can take profits to. Let's look. This is why the fib is so important. You can spot out where is the important areas for price to go. Look at this, 0.5 to 0.6. That's not even OTE, but it's still a valuable area. What in this area is good? Hourly liquidity. Let me just go to the 4 hours to make it more precise. That is the hourly drawn liquidity, as well as a unmitigated hourly fair value gap. So that's why I think this level was beautiful to aim for, but we didn't get it. We didn't hold for that, but it's cool to see that we can call that out. We just secured profit early. We didn't take profit early, we secured profit early, okay? But yeah, that would have doubled the whole trading points. And yeah, but it's chill. We can. So how do we want to capitalize? If we had like 10 cons, say max size, we had like 10 cons. This is when I have a live funded and I have a nice beautiful buffer. But say we were to have like 10 cons, I'd probably go like 5 cons here for sure, and then probably 5 cons at like, I don't know, yeah, 5 cons here for sure, and then 3 cons and then 2 cons at the end, or like, yeah, 3 cons, 2 cons, I don't know. But yeah, that was for that trade on Tuesday. Wednesday I stayed up for, well, here's what happened. I was reading this as accumulation, and I think it was accumulation. The reason why I think it was accumulation is because we opened here, whatever. Sure, you can say downtrend, but we're like, yeah, it's a pretty good downtrend, but we closed Asia over here, and as we know, Asia kind of carries out. So say we technically closed Asia up here, and seeing that's basically accumulation to me. I'm not gonna lie. right? So and then we see London, we push up. The trade I caught in here was, I kind of stayed up late, but it was okay. It was, I was looking at both indices. We inversed on both. I think I entered on the 15-minute inverse, and stops were super tight too. And I had a hard stop because I don't know. I just feel like, dude, Asia's. I mean, London's not gonna move that crazy. If it wants to come down, it's coming down because it wants to go down, not coming down to wick me out like fucking NQ always does. Yeah, so I entered on the 5 minute because we got 5 minute IVG on both pairs. So yeah, we got 5 minute IVG on both on both indices. We have 5 minute IVG on both indices, and then right, you just see. Let me measure. Why is it so wide? Let me measure. Oh my gosh, only 21 points. Cool. There was a gap that I wanted to go for. Damn. So in this trade, I'm like, if I'm doing like scaling out, cause I don't know, for some reason there's this like 4 hour BPR up here that I really want the price to go to, and I thought there was just gonna be, I don't know. Now measuring it, I'm like, dude, let's be real. Like, just gaining experience. Let's be real. That's like, dude, London's not gonna move 200 points. Okay, but this is definitely a place that I would have scaled out just because it's a nice, beautiful, unmitigated 15-minute gap. Right? It looks beautiful. And what did we do? We reversed out of it. So I think that's cool. That's very, very, very cool to see. Right? If I said this, boom, you would have got take profit there. Boom. And look, there's obviously a reaction just by the small tap in, but price wanted to dig into it a little more to fuel that pump down. So yeah, so that was my trade. And then Tuesday didn't even trade during the session. I mean, Wednesday didn't even trade during the session. My bias was bearish. Draws on liquidity got taken out, so it was the right day not to trade. But there was a reversal off of it, which made sense. And then let's see, this Tuesday. I think here's the thing. Oh, we didn't even hit 0.5. Yeah, that's not ideal. I would have wanted to get into that. Okay, and then Thursday, definitely didn't need a trade today, but I wanted to. That sounds bad, but so I read AMD. I read accumulation here, manipulation down. Bottom wick was nice. I'm like, oh, okay. Okay, yeah, I should have not traded, but it's okay. I'm gonna live with the decision. We're still good on our funded accounts, sitting at 52.1 across two evals, so we're fine. Just a learning experience. Okay. So we bottom wicked. We bottom wicked 7 a.m. Oh, we did create a SMT here. Yeah, and we did create a SMT. Yeah, we did create SMT like right there, like this. And then we pushed up. And these were the draws on liquidity. Still didn't hit the draws on liquidity. So I'm like, okay. We didn't hit the draws on liquidity, and we kind of, okay, sure, whatever. Fuck your fucking 5 minute fucking order block. Yeah, even this stack of order blocks. Oh my gosh. So I guess that's where they rejected out of. I was like, I'm just looking for fair value gaps. We inverse this fair value gap, and then I'm like, oh, we reverse out of no fair value gap. While the draws on liquidity still have not been hit, I'm gonna go set a limit sell at the 15-minute gap that we opened up right here. And guess what we did? We tapped into it. So then I got in here, and unfortunately we got stopped out pretty low. We got stopped out like right here. That was there's a 3-minute gap there, so I was gonna let the 3-minute gaps try to save us. I think it's okay, just $100 more than the normal risk, but we're still good on the buffer and whatnot. But price did push in our direction a little bit, but didn't work out. It's fine. What I say was trading the model. I would say was trading the model on a not ideal day, because I guess I wasn't as accustomed to the information of Jackson Hole Symposium, and I feel like the red folder news and combined with that is like, dude, definitely didn't need to trade. Okay, but yeah, so that was today, and then tomorrow not gonna trade. So that's basically the update. So Monday no trade, Tuesday big cash, Wednesday London session trade, New York no trade, and then so on and so forth. But looking at this is pretty cool. Let me turn on the volume profile. Look, ledge right here, as well as a beautiful unmitigated 15-minute imbalance resting beautifully in the OTE zone, as well as, oh my gosh, right, SMT here, take low high to low, standard deviation -2 to -2.5. Are you kidding me? I should have took longs. Nah, it's just like I knew reversal, but as far as the entry, it's like I'm not gonna get a good entry. So I'm not tired that I'm not sick that I didn't get it, but it's cool to see like we paired, bro. This is crazy. We paired fib, we paired volume profile, we paired fair value gap, we paired with VWAP too. We were really low below VWAP, so I'm like, so pair that with VWAP, like you're really low below VWAP. Strong bullish PD right here, so that's a lot. Well, yeah, that's cool. That's good to see. But I mean, yeah, once you see that, no, not really any good entry there. 3-minute. Okay, I could see that. You gotta be quick on your toes though. Like, right, so here's how you execute this. How I think ideally would be good execution on this. But my thing was I wouldn't have a strong bias. But like, just let's just practice with standard deviation, right? Boom, push up, SMT, high to low, standard deviation, strong 15-minute gap here, along with a ledge, and this entry would be right around VWAP, right there. So we're not too low below VWAP. And we would expect we would probably just go to the 15-minute gap, and then stops would be a close above here, probably for 3 cons. That would probably be the move. The 15-minute gap was probably like this. But I mean, I don't know how the heck you would have like a bias like that. Like there's, but I mean, it's just generating liquidity. Dang, I'm gonna cook myself. I can still trade the live. If the sessions look great and we get some nice PA, nah, I don't think I should trade. But yeah, that's basically it. GG's in a shot. GG's in a shot, boy. GG's in a shot.